Greetings once again. This time we're looking at box diagrams, the third element in your portfolio. A box diagram just basically has to be a diagram that represents information in boxes connected with lines, possibly showing relationships between the lines, a little bit like the information flow diagram we did for Unit 2 way back in the AS year. A good example would be a family tree, any sort of circuit diagram, any procedure that you can show using connecting boxes. So I'm just going to use PowerPoint for this because it's nice and straightforward. We've got the box tool and I'm just going to create a number of boxes. I'm holding the shift key down, so the control key down, to make duplicate boxes. I'll just make a watch of them. Family trees are okay. You could show any sort of process that perhaps you use in another subject. I might do, I'll tell you what, we'll do a made up family tree. Let's see. Let's look at the Weasleys from Harry. Oh no, that's not a bad one. Yeah, okay. We'll sort of go Harry Potter-ish. So this is going to be a challenge because I've got to remember everybody. So a row for some kids. For a minute. Right, so I'm going to change the backgrounds of all of these. I want to do them in a fancy style. I've got the wrong thing up, format. So let's do them like that, because remember it's a graphical unit, so we're looking at presentations. We'll format the background, we'll do a gradient fill, something like that. It's at all. Right, so right click, edit text. Charlie Weasley. Text. Percy Weasley. Oh. Text. George Weasley. Text. Fred Weasley. I probably spelled Weasley wrong, but it doesn't matter. To get it right, but I don't. Ron Weasley. Lastly, have Ginny Weasley. Text. What was the name of the dad? Mr. Weasley. If I had time, I'd go and find out. Mrs. Weasley. You know, people are going to whinge at me, so just bear with me 1 second. Weasley family. Arthur and Molly, that's it. And I spelled it wrong. Arthur. Weasley. Weasley. Right, let's reduce the font down to about 14. Group shrink those boxes. Smaller, slide them over. Right, now, this lot together. On Ginny. A little bit smaller still. Charlie, if I remember, marries Fleur Delacour. I know, it's sad. Fleur Delacour. I think Percy marries Penelope Clearwater, but you know what? I'm not bothered. Just leave that over there. Ron marries eventually Granger. Ginny, to stagger these slightly. It's all about presenting the information well, so we'll do it this way. Edit text, Harry Potter. Right, okay. Then what we'd do is we'd insert some lines. So, shapes, lines. You can use these fancy connectors if you want, but for now I'm just going to do it with lines. So, we'll do a line coming down from those two, going across from there to there. Line, comme ça, and coming down, ça, line. Oh, it goes a bit pear-shaped, that'll do. You should really spend a little bit more time and get this neat and accurate. I'm just showing you the basics. Okay, and then to show that these married, you could use maybe a symbol or something. So if we insert, let's use something that simulates a ring, perhaps, so that indicates marriage. So I'll just push that, and I'll change its colour to, it's really goldy. That indicates a wedding. So we'll put one there. And obviously if they had kids, which they do, but I'm not going to spend ages looking them up. I know one's called Albus. These lines would all need to be spot on and tidy. I'm just rushing it. Okay, so you've got something like that. You could spend a bit more time, make it 3D. You would need a title across the top of the chart. You could maybe add in pictures there, tidy it up. You want to make sure that everything is neat and tidy and that nothing is out of place. You want it very, very tidy. But that's basically the idea of a box diagram. You wouldn't need to be hugely more complicated than that. Ideally between 12, say 12 and 20 boxes. Okay, if you just did a general search on box diagrams, you'll see this sort of thing is a box diagram, different sorts of lines representing different pieces of information. That's probably a little bit too complicated, and there's no connecting lines, so that probably wouldn't be a particularly good one. See if we can find another one. Let's have a look at box chart. Organization chart. These sorts of things. Yeah, that's really what we're sort of looking for. Okay, so PowerPoint's an easy tool to use. It's easy to get things lined up and connected properly, and then you just bash some stuff in there, a title across the top, make sure it's well presented. You could maybe, similar to how we did with charts and graphs, drop in some backgrounds or something like that, make it nice, job done. Okay, and I'll see you next time when we look at icons. See you then.